हेलो चेक। हेलो चेक। हेलो चेक। हेलो चेक। हेलो चेक। हेलो चेक। ये ग्राउंड का है।
अच्छा, क्या टूर्नामेंट का लिंक तो भेज दो यार।
इधर आराम से धूप में बैठो, आराम
अच्छा
से
ठीक।
कमेंट्री करो।
किधर?
अगर चाहिए तो
कैमरे के बाजू। मेरे को दे दो, मैं यहाँ से। क्या है श्री? 20 की 22 overs है. They're playing each other once, right? All the only 14. Yeah. 14.
Asking for an LBW umpire not.
हेलो
अभी है
ऐसा सिग्नल नहीं जाएगा थोड़ा इधर ही बैठो ट्राई करो इधर ही बैठने का
या इधर बैठ जाऊं इधर बैठो
As Sajid plays his on over fine leg, and for first boundary of the game. $20 for the loss of 1 wicket. The batsman helping him. 20. This time over 12.
hello, 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 hello.
इधर बैठना पड़ेगा. Last ball of the fifth over coming up. 26 for the loss of 1 wicket. As Sajid wanting to take a quick single. Tanveer, who's been off strike for some time, denying that one. So no run and no damage done. So 26 for the loss of 1 wicket. We've come to the end of 5 overs. Bowling analysis. Arun Pillai has completed 3 overs. He's given away 12 runs. Mohammad Sanoj, touch expensive. He's given away 14 runs but taken 1 wicket. He's coming to bowl his third over. Sanoj into both Sajid, and umpire calls it a wide outside the tram lines. So one more run added. 4 wides in the inning so far. Just in the 6th over. This time down the leg side. The keeper misses that one. The chase for the man at short fine leg. 2 more runs added to the total. Score moves on to 28 and 6 extras to the total so far. And Sanoj into bowl to Tanveer. This one drive 32. And Tanveer moves on to 9 of 10 balls. Fields this one. Declining that one. He moves into double figures. He is 11 of 11 with 1 boundary. Batting 16 of 17 with 1 boundary. So this again cuts this one. The man at short covers by the time he fields. Again another single. So the men are in the ring are stationed to stop those singles, but at the moment it's all too easy for both these batsmen. The moment they manage to get bat on ball, they are happy to risk that single. 5 for from the end of power play. This time Sajid plays it towards the man at short mid wicket. Anup making sure that he fields the ball, doesn't give away a run. It's the last ball of the power play coming up. On to the pads again. Umpire unmoved, waiting for a signal. Calls it a leg by. End of power play. 36 for 1. You can say it's a shared power play. Men's Cricket Club, they were 3 for 1 rather at the end of 2 overs, and then in the next 4 overs managed to get another 34 runs. So run a ball so far. Welcome back. To continue, he is bowling himself out. Fourth over on the trot. This is the last over that he can bowl for today. As this time cuts this one again. The man at short covers. Tanveer plays this towards short mid wicket. One run added. Sanuj does the fielding. Again bowling down leg side, waiting for the umpire signal. Calls it a wide, so 3 more runs added to the total without a ball being counted. Score moves on to 40. It's morning dew. At this time, over pitching this one, the man at wideish long off, doing the fielding. The end of, with the power play restrictions being removed, you can have 5 men outside the circle, so there's protection more in the deep now with the man at long on, mid wicket, the man at long off, the man at wideish long off. And this man at fine leg, only 4, or rather, this time cuts this one, short ball, man from gully giving the chase. Managing to stop it just inside the boundary. 2 more runs added. Sajid wanting the third. Score moves on to 44. This time onto the pads. No room to maneuver this ball. Plays it back towards the bowler. 1 more ball to go. Last ball of his spell. He's already given away 20 runs. Ideally want to close it out with a wicket as we have a look at the last ball. Plays it in the air towards the man at long on for a single. End of 7 overs, 45 for the loss of 1 wicket. Back see a change in the bowling. Wide being called. Score moves on. Shamsuddin, the bowler, starts off with a couple of wides. Right arm off spinner. Tosses this one up, inviting the batsman to drive. One more run added. Score moves on to 48. Some shorter one, quicker one, but still the same result. Another one quicker with a slow trajectory. One more run added. Right into the keeper's gloves. Next to the comes at the ball this time. Again shortens his run up, but again the same result. He's trying. Out in the scoreline. Shamsu now decides to remove his jumper, probably free his arms a bit, float the ball in the air, and manage to get the batsman to play across the line. As this time Ravi, much better ball, closer to the stumps, tossed up delivery. Tanvir missing that one. Shortish delivery this time. Tanvir missing that one again. So score remains on 52. So two good comeback, two consecutive dot balls. We'll have to create a string, a few more dot balls, put the pressure back, invite them to play one false stroke and grab that one as he bowls another one, and this one's called a wide two. Has to be consistent with his beautiful ball, slower one in the air. Already been 11 ball over with one more ball to go as he bowls make that 12, and the over is still not complete. It's going to eat up in 54 for 1. This time again another tossed up delivery. He can bowl those balls. Half an over, 13 ball over, 9 runs coming. Rather चलेगा धूप है थोड़ी चलेगा हाँ हाँ the Shree Sunil Deoupadhye Another change. Arun's finishes 4 overs as we there. Off spinner, slowish one right over the eye line. Tanveer let that one go, hoping for a wide, but not to be. As we go this time, slightly shortens the length. The man at deep mid wicket running towards square, but can't stop the two from being score moves on to 59. He plays this one, covers the man at extra cover coming around. By the time he fields, another couple of runs added. हाँ जी आप लोग को उठाया नहीं सुबह को मम्मा को पूछो ना बेटे आप लोग को उठाया नहीं मामा क्या कर सो रहे हैं सो रहे हाँ ठीक है सो जाओ आप भी ओके बाय End of 9 overs, 69 for the loss of 1 wicket. Current run rate of 7.67 will get them to a projected score of 153. Vigo's expensive over comes to an end. He's given away 15 runs of that over. Shamsuddin coming back to bowl his second over. The game slowly drifting away from the mighty Titans. This time, quicker delivery, plays it towards deep mid wicket. The fielder there keeps it down to a single. To 71. Tanveer moves on to 30 of 27. Sajid batting 23 of 24. A nice little partnership developing here after that first wicket. They've already got a partnership, but this time short. Called another wide, so one more extra. This time plays it in the air, man it extra cover. Fields at one, keeps it down to a single, much better effort. Reaching towards the ball and making sure that they don't give away any extra run. Score moves on to 73 as Tanvir plays it towards short third, gets a single, wanted more out of that, but has to be happy with that single as the man at short third moves towards his left and does a beautiful fielding. A couple of balls away from a drinks break and side change as this time Sajid going back and playing this one towards mid wicket. Sanoj the fielder keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 75. Drives this one towards long on. One more run added. 76 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of 10 overs. As to take a drinks break and change sides. We'll come back as another change. We go after giving away 15 runs. Vinesh Satyan, the bowler, right arm over. Vinesh to Sajid. And over the man at long off for his first maximum. Sajid moves on to 31, moves on to 83. Again comes on the wicket, missed by no doubt. This time again down the wicket again, missing that one. The keeper just managing to get a glove onto it. Maybe unable to get his footing right there. So another dot. The moment it was over tournament. 13 runs coming off the 5 balls bowled as the last ball of the over coming up. Again, this time shortened his length and Titans batsman.
ऊपर पकड़ के करो, यहाँ पकड़ के करो,
यहाँ पे
नहीं नहीं ऐसे.
end of 11 overs, 90 for the loss of 1 wicket. And Sajid now moving along. He's got 1 boundary and 2 maximums. It's another bowling change. Sorry, that's Vigo who's coming back. He's coming back to bowl his second over. He had given away 15 runs in the first over that he bowled. Slows outside the off stump, will be called a wide. Extras moving on to 19. 18 wides in innings so far. Another tossed up delivery, plays it towards long off. The man there doing the fielding keeps it down to a single. Tanveer moves on to 34. Tanveer on strike now. Another wide. bowlers absolutely not control the extras. It's already moved to 20 extras in 11 overs. They practically bowled one extra ball every over. Or rather, two extra balls per over. As this time, not a ball that he could cut. It was slightly slow, goes back to the back foot, misses that one into the keeper's gloves. The score remains on 93. Another tossed up delivery, plays it towards deep square leg. By the time the fielder does, he misfields again. So 2 more runs added to the total. This time again going back and trying to cut that one again. Full delivery. Just feeling a bit of discomfort. Maybe just pulled his leg. He is in discomfort. Tanvir back on his feet. This time cuts this one, man at deep extra cover there, keeps it down to a single. To the 30s. For one at the end of 12. Slightly short this time. The keeper misses that one. And by the time the man at shot fine moves back and collects the ball, 2 more byes added to the total. So another couple of extras to the total. Short ball cuts this one. The man at point misfields. Another single. From all ends, either it's the overthrows, misfields, or bowling wides, as this one rocks back, plays it towards long off for a single. This time drives it down. The man at long off, coming few paces to his right. Much fleet fielding this time, single. So 0-1 for 1. It's giving away 3 runs of the 5 balls that he's bowled, and more importantly, finishing the over faster without bowling any extra wide. At this time, dancing down the wicket, inner edge ball would have nearly rolled onto the stumps, not to be. End of an extra. 1 for 1 at the end of. Over number 4. Stop delivery, and this time misses that one. In the end, of 36 balls. He's out for 38 of. A good comeback. 2 overs, he had given away 21 runs, but managed to get now. Tanveer was just struggling a bit after he had pulled up his hip. Arun Taneja, the new man, coming at number 4. Vigo the bowler tossing this one up, goes onto the back foot, plays it towards gully. By the time Sanoj does the fielding, a single being added to the total. Moves on to 102. trying to take a mighty heave. The ball going towards fine leg. 2 more runs added. We'll wait for the umpire's signal. Again, tosses it one in the air. The man at long on falls short of him. By the time he does the fielding, another 2 more runs added. Score moves on to 106. Last ball of the 14th over coming up. Comes down the wicket. Chance of a stumping. Wait for the umpire signal, and he's asked for a review. The umpire review coming up. We'll have to wait and watch if Sajid's short of his ground. The umpire signals not out. Does the third umpire say so? Game continues. All of the and run rate of the last ball places towards shot towards mid on. The bowler himself running around to his right and collects the ball. End of the 107 for 2 into the last 6 overs of this innings. Ashik. Score remains on. Coming towards shot fine, one more run added. It's a bye, so another extra to the total. Score moves on to 110. Brings Arun on strike. He's batting 1 of 1 ball. This time flicks this one towards deep square. By the time Anup does the fielding, another. Ashik not happy with that effort. Places down the ground for a single. A big hoik misses that one, and finally success for Ashik. Sajid, the man, bowled in pursuit of quick runs, played down the wrong line, misses the shot, and the ball hits the stumps. He's bowled, he's out for 47 of 43 balls. So slowly, mighty Titans trying to bring themselves back into the game. Gentlemen's Cricket Club at 114 for 3 brings Harish Banga on the to the crease. Harish starts off with a single for himself. Vigo continuing, giving away 1 run of the first ball, brings Harish on to strike for the first time. Right arm off spinner plays it from outside the off stump towards wideish long on. By the time the fielder fields, he happily completes his second. We go. Bowling to Harish. Right arm off spin. Tosses this one again. Plays it from outside the off stump towards mid wicket. By the time the fielder fields, a single completed. Score moves on to 118. Over the bowler's head, just manages to be out of the reach of the bowler. Single added. Score moves on to 119. Last ball plays it towards deep square leg for a boundary. 123 for 3 with the last ball of the 16th over. Who completes his Ashik to continue, drives this one. Arun drives this one to save a few. T7. Score moves on to 100. Swing and a miss. Wrapped on the pads, asking for an LBW. By the time both the batsmen sneak a leg by, maybe going down side. And calling this one down leg side, so one more run added. 129 for 3. Brings Arun on strike. In the air, over the vacant gully area, the ball taking the score up to 133. Another wide added to the total. Score moves on to 134. Ashik 3 overs, 17 runs and 1 wicket. To bowl his last over, he Sunil bowling to Harish. More the wicket. Starts off with a wide. From the toe end of the bat, racing away towards the gully boundary. By the time the field, Arun plays it in the air, just out of the 30-yard circle for another single. Score moves on to 139. Beautiful ball, slow one. And the again another slower delivery, takes it on the full, the man at long off. By the time he manages to get the ball, bounces onto the ground, one bounce into his hands, keeps it down to a single. Arun's not been able to convert those full tosses. Again another drive towards long off. Score moves on to 142. Last ball of the over. This time converts his full toss towards mid-wicket. The ball racing. 145. Harish moving on to 17 of 10 balls. Arun Taneja on strike. Sanoj completing his 4 overs. He's given away 34 runs and taken 1 wicket. This one towards deep mid wicket, completes 1. By the time the throw comes in, 2 more runs added. Score moves on to 147. Both these batsmen quite quick on their feet. In the air towards the drop. So this is a third drop. Fielder doing well, coming closer to the ball but unable to hold on to it. The wicket. Much better ball, asking for a caught behind and an edge. Batsman not happy. Umpires declared him out. Moyes is asking for a caught behind, but the umpire this time. Moyes places towards deep cover for a single. And the 150 coming up. The 19th over. 19 or 15 balls with 1 boundary. He's kept the scoreboard moving. He's been a busy player. He's on strike. Shot and dealt handsome lead, sending this over deep backward square leg for his maximum 157. They will want to plunder as many runs as they can in this last over. They started off well with a 6 to their credit. And he moves on to 25 of 16. Vinay is trying to bowl this one quick, bowls it on the pads. The Shree Sunil Deoupadhye Memorial Tournament being played in the Eagle grounds. Vinesh comes into bowl to this time again in the air. Man it long off. Is it third time lucky? No, it is not. He's doing the basics right. He's coming under the ball, but when it has to be caught, he just misses the coming of the first 2 balls. And strike. End of the innings. Gentlemen's Cricket Club finishing the quota of 20 overs, 164 for the loss of 5 wickets. As we quickly have a look at the scorecard, Tanveer Chatta 38 of 39, 1 boundary, 1 6. Suo Mukherjee out 1 for 5. Sajid Teji 47 of 43 with 1 boundary and 2 sixes. Arun Taneja Noro 32 of 20 with 1 boundary, 1 maximum. Harish Banga out 17 of 11 with 2 boundaries, and the last man Moez Junaid bowled for 1 of balls. 28 extras in the innings.
तो पूरा दिन आपने लगाना नहीं, इधर ही रखना है। ये एक बार फिर चेंज कर लूँगी, जैसे पानी भी पूरा दिन ही जाना है जैसे थोड़ा 15-20 मिनट लास्ट तरफ चेंज कर देंगे, दिक्कत होने की थोड़ा।
Welcome back. Chase underway. 165 is what the target is for Mighty Titans, Gentlemen's Cricket Club. Scoring 164 for 5. Hari Kumar and Josh Roldan opening the innings. Hari Kumar on strike, Josh Roldan non-striker. Vishal Tiwari, right arm over the wicket, coming to bowl. We're in the power play, so only 2 men allowed outside the circle as comes over the wicket. Foolish delivery, plays it. Trying to drive this one, takes the inner half of the bat towards short mid-wicket. No runs there. Trying to move towards the pitch of the ball. This time on middle leg, plays it towards short mid-wicket for a single. So runs on the board. First runs off the bat. Plays this one towards deep mid-wicket. First boundary, and Josh Roldan is off the mark with that boundary. Score moves on to 5. Slightly short onto the pads and dealt with disdain. Fourth ball of the first over. Plays this one towards short covers. No run there. Hari wanting a single. Josh not interested. Vishal plays balls to Josh, takes the bottom half of the bat, rather toe end, and goes towards third man for a single. There's a man there. One of the 2 men outside the 30-yard circle in this power play. The man at deep extra cover was the second man. Score moves on to 6. The last ball of the first over coming up. Onto the pads. Nobody there at fine leg, so easy pickings there. Score moves on to 10. Hari goes on to 5. Both the batsmen on 5 of 3 balls each with the boundary to their credit. End of the first over, 10 for the loss of no wicket. Pratham Gupta bowling over number 2. Change in the field. He's got a man at long on. Arun Taneja dropping in from mid on. Comes down to long on. As left right arm leg spinner. Just playing this back towards the man at short cover. Asking for an LBW, but probably going down leg side. It was not the delivery that can sweep. It's quite full, unable to get under that one. Lucky for him, probably an inner edge. So score moves on to 10. Score remains on 10 rather. And the man at shot third being brought down square leg. Man at shot fine brought in a bit rounder. And the man at gully moved a bit more squarer to his left. Probably anticipating the one. This time through the cover region. None of the fielders had a chance to move, and the ball races towards the cover boundary for 4. So the pressure with those 2 dot balls being released with that boundary, just getting to the pitch of the ball and just driving it through the covers and extra cover fielder. Tossing this one up, goes back and cuts this towards covers. The man at short covers doing the fielding and managing to keep it within the boundary line. So 2 more runs added. Score moves on to 16. And he moves into double figures. He moves on to 11. Fifth ball of the second over. Drives it back towards the bowler. No run there. It's 8 runs added in this over so far. 18 for the loss of no wicket. Slow tosses this one up. Plays it over the man. It covers for a maximum. So an expensive over coming to an end. 14 runs coming of it. 24 for the loss of no wicket.
देख रहा है मैसेज करेगा अभी यही मैं बोल रहा हूँ एक बॉल के लिए फोन करेगा वो तेरे सामने वॉइस सुना ना तू
End of 2 overs, 22 for the loss of no wicket. 12 runs coming of that over. This time, chance of a cotton ball dropped. Hari playing it back towards the bowler, but Vishal unable to hold on to that one. (22 for no loss). 2.1 overs. Vishal continuing. Slightly short, plays it towards point. No run there. Cross batted shot, but managing to send this towards the long on boundary. By the time Arun could field that one, the ball whizzes past him. Score moves on to 26. It's the last time. Last week games, Mighty Titans lost to Dubai Titans, and Gentlemen's cricket lost to Bulls International. This time cuts this one, and Hari gets another boundary, his third boundary. So this time drives us towards short cover, no run. Score 30 for the loss of no wicket. This time cuts this one from within the line of the stumps. Lucky for him, that takes the edge and goes for short third, no run. End of 3 overs, 30 for the loss of no wicket. We can see the first change. Arun Taneja being brought into the attack quite early. Wouldn't have expected that, but Captain Sajid looking for early wickets. Comparatively, when gentlemen were batting, they hadn't even touched double figures in the first 3 overs, and here, under good batting conditions, mighty Titans have reached 30 for the loss of no wicket in pursuit of 165, needing another 135 of the remaining 102 balls. As we have a look at, just browse through the other league match that is being played on the adjacent grounds, Bulls International has scored 176, and at the moment Dubai Titans are tottering at 5 for 2 in the first over. They've lost 2 wickets. Dennett was out for 4 of 3 and Sajid out for 1. Both the wickets going to Melbourne. Arun, right arm leg spinner, comes into the attack. Over number 4, the men out, and the man at tosses this one, and Hari sends us towards deep mid wicket. There's a man stationed there. Sajid at long on, and there's a deep mid wicket. These are the 2 men outside the 30-yard ring. Score moves on to 31, brings. Sorry, that was Rosu who got the first run. He moves on to 18 of 10 with 2 boundaries and a maximum. Hari is batting 13 of 9 with 3 boundaries. Tossed up delivery, deciding against playing that one, lets it go towards the keeper, Harish, the wicket keeper. Score remains on 31. Across the line, probably going down leg side. Attempted shot, prompting a field change. Not sure if that's a good idea. You bowl to your strengths, you know your field. You got to invite the batsman to play a false stroke. Might have been a good idea to leave that mid-wicket area open and again toss this one up and make him play a false stroke. Let's have a look at whether that paid off, as this time he lets that one closer to the stumps, lets that one go through. So another dot ball. Isn't reading him off the hand. He's just playing across the wrong line. He's just premeditating his strokes, and Arun's just running through this over. He's just given away 1 run of the 5 balls that he's bowled and kept Hari quiet, who's now looking a bit fidgety out there. Swan, the googly this time. Lucky for him, plays it towards short third and another couple of runs to the total. End of a good over. 3 runs just coming off it. 33 for the loss of no wicket at the end of 4. Hari batting 13 of 13, rather 15 of 14, and Jose is batting 18 of 10. Jose much more assured in his approach while batting. Double change where Sajid, the captain, comes into bowl. Spin from both consecutive overs. Probably realizing both these batsmen are happy taking on pace. Slow tosser up. One more run added. Score moves on to 34. Another slow one. Hari playing a bit early and across the line. He's all at sea against the spinners. He's just not sure what he wants to do. He's just trying to hit himself out of trouble. So far has been lucky that he survived there. As another one. You can sense by the way he's walking towards square leg and coming back, just trying to premeditate or happy. This time lucky enough to get a full toss and sends this towards the deep mid-wicket boundary. So score moves on to 38. Sajid bowling those slow, loopy off spinners. Wouldn't be a bad idea if he dances down the wicket and plays it either over the extra covers or he plays it down the ground. That's the way he does this time. Much better approach rather than playing across the line. Play within the line of the ball. Have your second line of defense ready in case you miss the chance of a man at mid-off. He goes back instead of going front. Not sure if that's a good effort. Should have been going in for the catch. He should have moved forward, but not to be. End of the over. 5 overs completed, 39 for no loss. Good comeback. 6 runs coming off this over. 3 runs coming off the previous over. They need to keep that run flow in check or Mighty Titans might just run away with this game. 19 of 11. Hari batting 20 of 19. Just managed to get 6 to 7 scoring shots. He's got 4 boundaries. That's 16 plus another 4 in terms of singles. So that's only 8 balls out of the 20 that have been scoring balls. And apart from that, he's been struggling against to rotate the strike. Arun bowling to Hari. Again, another one. Toss this one much closer to his body this time. And with the field inside the circle most of the time. This one racing towards the square leg boundary. Score moves on to 43. And Hari moves on to 24 of 20. Current run rate 8.32, required run rate 8.22. So the required run rate is being achieved so far. There's another one. This time, much better shot. He waited for it, took his left leg out of the equation, and then sends this over the mid-wicket boundary for a maximum. His first maximum, looking much more assured now. Probably reading the bowler off his hand and not premeditating. Score moves on to 49. He moves on to 30 of 21. We're in the last over of power play. This time towards in between the man at deep mid-wicket and long on. By the time the fielding is done, 1 run added. 50 coming up in 5.3 overs. Hari doing the bulk of the scoring. He's 31 of 22, and Josh Roldan is batting 19 of 11 balls. He's on strike now. This time, rocks back onto the back foot. By the time the mid-wicket fielder fields, the ball crashes into the mid-wicket fence. 54 for the loss of no wicket. Expensive over with a couple of balls. He had just given away 3 runs of the first over that he'd bowled. He's already given away 15 of the first 4 balls this time. Needs to vary his length rather and pace as well. He's becoming predictable right now as he bowls this much more quicker. Asking for an LBW not to be. Going down leg side, this time quicker through the air. Again, sweep not too convincing. It is in the air. The man at long on manages to keep it just inside the boundary ropes. Much good effort. Sajid Teji doing the fielding there. 55 with the loss of no wicket at the end of power play. 16 runs coming out that over. So 2 overs, 19 runs is what Arun has given away so far. Another 110 runs of the remaining 84 balls. This is the Shree Sunil Deoupadhye Memorial Tournament being played here at the Eagle Sports Club on the Dubai Lane Road as Sajid tosses this one up, and this time Josh making good use of the long levers and sends this over mid-wicket boundary for a maximum. They move on to 61. Mighty Titans had lost their first game against Dubai Titans, so they will be desperate to get those 2 points and get their campaign back on track. This time Josh plays it down towards long off. There's a single there. Score moves on to 62. Gentlemen's Cricket Club also had lost the first game, so both these teams desperate to get a win and get the campaign back on track as Hari misses this one, slightly store one. into the keeper's gloves. Score remains on 62. We're in the 7th over. This time comes down the track. A full-blooded slap, just resulting in a single. Score moves on to 63. In the air, chance for the man at long on, just over his reach, over the fence. So another maximum, a chance created, but just enough power and distance for the ball to travel over the long on boundary for a maximum. The score moves on to 69 with the ball to go in the 7th over. Waits for that, wanting to drive through covers in and off of the bat towards long on for a maximum. So another good productive over for Mighty Titans. End of 770 for the loss of no wicket. Jose is batting 38 of 18 with 3 boundaries and 3 maximums. And Hari batting 32 of 24 with 5 boundaries and 1 maximum. Needing another 95 of 78 balls at 7.31 as Moiz Junaid comes into bowl. He's the 5th bowler being used in the 8th over. Moiz Jose plays it down towards long off for a single. Score moves on to 71. Another tossing delivery down to long off again for another single. Score moves on to 72. Gentlemen's Cricket Club boys desperate for a wicket. They need to break this partnership if they want to come back into this game. They're doing the 5th bowler as this time covers fielder coming into play up for another single. So far 3 singles coming of 3 balls. Sensible cricket by both these batsmen, knowing that they have got the required run rate. They have just biding their time again and waiting for the whistle as Hari gets this one again towards the man at deep covers. 1 more run, 4 runs of the over so far. Jose plays this towards deep mid wicket. Sajid the fielder there. 1 more run. Moiz bowling a lot fuller, a lot slower. Is inviting the batsman to make use of their own power rather than giving away to this time. Hari plays it sweeps it from outside the off stump towards mid wicket. So another run, 6 runs of the over. 8 overs completed, 76 for the loss of no wicket. Pratham Gupta coming into bowl. He's 2nd over. Rocks on the back foot, plays this towards extra cover region. 1 more run added. Score moves on to 77. This time going across the stumps, wanting to play it over, shot fine, no run there, so a dot ball. 77 for no wicket. Another 88 runs required. This time towards the man at short cover. So 2 consecutive dot balls. Those batting 41 of 23. We'll wait and watch. How does he cope up? It's always the back of mind when you have two dot balls. You will want to get a few quick runs. As he bowls a wide. First extra of the innings coming in the 8th over. So the score moves on to 78. This time, slowish delivery, playing all over that and losing the off stump, rather middle stump. So the first wicket, so the dot ball pressure getting to Jose. Trying to play the big one, loses his stumps. He's out for 41 of 24 balls with 3 boundaries and 3 sixes. So the much needed breakthrough coming for the Gentlemen's Cricket Club. 78 for 1. Devendra Joshi, the new man, starts off with a boundary with single towards extra covers. Score moves on to 79, and Hari this time wanted to go back and cut this one. Lucky for him, doesn't kiss the stumps. End of a magnificent over, 79 for 1. Reading another 86 of the remaining 66 balls. Devendra Joshi plays this with soft hands towards short covers, takes away for a single. He's batting. Rather, there was Hari who was. Arun, Arun, umpire को बोल जरा score card check करने को. Probably it's a wrong batsman. 81 for 1. $82 for 1. Last ball of the 10th over. Single coming off it. Hari moves on to 38 of 30. 10 overs completed. 83 for the loss of 1 wicket as we change sides.
यहाँ विकेट जाके फायदा नहीं, रन तो उतने ही दे रहे हैं, दोनों जाएगी 20-20 ओवर। यहाँ फ्लो चल रहा था, वो आउट हो गया अच्छा खासा। यहाँ लगा था 15-16 ओवर में खत्म होएगा।
183, 166.
लास्ट तक जाएगा मैच। आउट हो गया, ले लो। प्लम्प है, प्लम्प है। नहीं प्लम्प है,
बोल रहे बैटेड है।
नहीं नहीं प्लम्प हो गया।
पैड लग के फिर बैट लगा होगा।
इतना प्लम दिख रहा है, पैड पे ले लिया उसने।
Over number 11 to commence. Pratham Gupta to continue. It's given away 15 runs of the 2 overs. He's given 12 in the first and then came back to give away 3. Has chance of a cotton falling in between both the bowler and the wicket keeper. So Hari surviving. Again, going back into the shell. He was in a bit of a flow and all of a sudden he started to slow down. So he is now batting 38 of 32. Goes back and cuts this towards point as they take a quick single. A chance of a caught behind and easy take for the wicket keeper. Devendra Joshi out for 3 takes. So now starting to take a grip on things. They got 2 wickets in quick succession. Managed to stem the flow of runs. $84 for 2. Prashant Kurup at number 4. Taking strike to Pratham. Comes at the fall of Devendra Joshi's wicket, who was out caught behind by Harish. This time cuts this one towards point, and a single being completed. Score moves on to 85. Hari goes back and places in the air towards long on. The fielder there by the time fields a couple of runs. Score moves on to 87. With one ball to play in the 11th over. Successful over. We want to complete it. Thank you, sir. This time cuts this one. The man at gully giving the chase. By the time he fields another couple of runs, score moves on to 89 at the end of 11.
We need power bank चाहिए यार. Draining battery बहुत जल्द drain हो रही है.
इधर पावर उधर
है but it's
चार्जर लाया मैं.
too slow. उसके भी plugs लगे हुए हैं ना. I've asked Akash also if he can spare one.
मैंने एक्चुअली आपका मैसेज जाते जाते देखा और मैंने ब्रांड न्यू लिया हुआ है तो लकीली चार्ज दे दूंगा.
चलो,
केबल है आपके पास?
केबल में अरेंज
टाइप सी?
हाँ टाइप सी.
ठीक है सर. Prashant on strike. He's off one as Sajid comes back. Moise to continue. He's given away 10. Sends this towards wideish long on. There's a man there, but could have been a better effort had he come in and tried to take that catch. It's worth taking the risk. You need to get wickets up front. And the earlier you get the top batsman, the more quicker you can run into the middle order and later order. This time Hari too coming down the track, but no pace whatsoever. So they got to generate the pace all by themselves. Manages to keep it down to single 91 for 2. The equation of 74 of 52 balls. This time Prashant has seen enough of it and sends this towards deep wicket for a maximum. Score moves on to 97. Another one rocks back, plays this towards point. One more run, 98 for 2. 11.4 overs completed. Another 67 of 50 balls. Hari batting 44 of 36. Prashant batting 9 of 4 with one maximum. This time again sends this towards deep mid wicket. Fielder running to his right and booting this one into the field of play. So 2 more runs added. The 100 coming up. 11.5 overs completed. 3-figure mark reached. So they will want to reach 165 as early as possible with the new. And this time Hari plays this towards long on. The man there reaches that one but drops it. So another drop. It's been a day of drops for these boys. Doing the basics right, reaching the ball, but by the time they manage to hold on to the ball just puffs out. So 1-0-1 for 2 at the end of 12 overs.
Morning Varun. क्या हाल है?
Pratham to continue. Hari missing this one. So does the keeper. So one more extra. It's a bye.
ये बोले लकी. हाँ अंदर.
ये चाय पिलाओ ना यार फिर एक इतना दूर से लेके आओ. ये चाय पिलाओ.
Slightly short this time. Chance of a catch, but Point drops this one and gives away a single. 103 for 2, so another drop. Both these batsmen getting a reprieve towards deep mid wicket. Arun, the fielder there, single. $104 for 2. Prashant in double figures. He's 10 of 5. Is shot, easy pickings over the man at short covers into the extra cover boundary for a much needed 4th. Score moves on to 108. Pratham into his last over, his 3.4 overs, given away 27 runs, and he's taken both the wickets so far. First had seen the back of Jose, and then Devendra Joshi was the second scalp. He will want to come back with the third, as this time another tossed up delivery over the man at point. There's nobody patrolling the offside boundary in front of square, so one more boundary. 112 for 2, the equation of 53 of 43 balls. Much needed wickets for gentlemen. Now they need to break this partnership. 28 of 14, and without breaking much of a sweat, as he was this quicker one. Single completed. End of 13 overs. 113 for 2. Pratham Gupta 4 overs, 32 runs and 2 wickets. 52 required of 42 balls. Current run rate of 8.69. Required run rate 7.43. Vishal Tiwari back into the attack, given away 18 runs after 2 overs. He's bowled. His captain Sajid is looking for wickets. This time on one knee and over mid-wicket boundary for another maximum. So Prashant moves on to 25. He's of 9 balls, 2 boundaries, 2 sixes to his credit. Needing another 46 of 41 balls. So the pressure right away on the bowler. The first ball giving away a maximum. So will he be tossing this one up again for another wicket, or does he go as he bowls, drops a shot, and by the time the ball reaches point, and sloppy work by the bowler, didn't reach the stumps and missed that one, so another extra run. Score moves on to 121. Another single. Score moves on to 122.
रेड बॉल चाहिए थे ना हाँ रेड बॉल चाहिए रेड 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 उधर फेंक दियो वो मैं हां आया जी कंडीशन ठीक है
Over the man at short third, the man at giving the chase. Saqib, the fielder there, by the time he fields another 2 more runs. So a well compiled 50, the first 50 of the game. He scored of 41 balls, 5 boundaries, 1 6. $124 for 2. This time in the air, chance for the wicket keeper, but still away from him. It's 51 now of 42 balls. Last ball of the 14th over, 40 of 37 required. Last ball of the over. Batting 28 of 11. This time through covers. No chance for any fielder to move. So 4 more runs added to the total. $129 for 2 at the end of 14, needing another 36 of 36 balls.
हेलो ये भी दो
Prashant batting 32 of 12. Saqib Farooqi, the new bowler. Bowling to Hari, who's just completed a well-compiled 50. Being welcomed with a shot towards deep mid-wicket. Arun, the fielder, by the time he fields, the 2 runs completed easily. So the required run rate now coming below 6 runs and over. Down the ground towards mid-wicket, there's a fielder there. So 1 more run added. Score moves on to 132. $132 for 2 as Prashant plays this in the air, but unable to stop that single as well. Neither the catch was taken nor the single has been stopped. So 1 more run added. Score moves on to 133. Again, driven towards extra cover. 1 more run added. He's given 5 runs of the first 4 balls he's bowled. This time edges this one, racing towards the third man. The man there from short third, running across quickly and keeping it down to a single. Tiwari, the fielder. So 1 more run added. 135 for 2. The last ball of the over coming up. Over the bowler's head, the man at long off, quite finer, so keeps it down to a single. 136 for 2 at the end of 15. 29 more required of the remaining 30 balls. This is the Shree Sunil Deoupadhye Memorial Tournament. This time Hari plays it towards extra cover, misfield there, and another boundary to the total. Score moves on to 140, another 25 of 29, and Hari moves on to 60 of 47. This time over the bowler's head, handsome stroke, no chance for both the fielders at the long on and long off, bisecting them beautifully for another boundary, 144. So now Hari in a pursuit to try to close out this game as early as possible. Run rate is going to come into play at some point in this tournament, so that should be at the back of his mind. This Tanveer has been given carted for 2 boundaries of the first 2 balls. This time gives away a single. Wait and watch as how Prashant, he's already batting 34 of 14 at a strike rate of 242. Goes back and cuts this one towards the left of covers this time. 1 more run added. Score moves on to 146. This time goes back, just dabs it towards third man for another single. Score moves on to 147 as the last ball of the 16th over coming up. In the air, Pratham, by the time he comes there, the ball lobs and they take a single. .148 for 2, end of the 16th over. Prashant batting 36 of 16 and Hari Kumar batting 66 of 50 balls. 17 more of the remaining 4 overs. Mighty Titans well on course to register their first win of the tournament, and in all probability gentlemen will be having the second house as another wide being bowled. Only positive they can take from this game is that they have been very disciplined in not bowling too many extras. They've just given away 3 extras in innings so far. 16 required of 23 balls. Needs to be seen how does Hari approach this one. Still going to go downtown. This time does the man at long on take the catch? Yes, he does. Hari was never going to hold back. So end of an enterprising innings, 66 of 51, 7 boundaries and a maximum. A 66-run partnership of 35 balls finally comes to an end. Saqib Farooqi into his second over, manages to get a wicket, Get the prize wicket of Hari, who was out for 66 of 51 balls. Umesh Cheruvata, the wicketkeeper, coming at number 5. Quite a pivotal position in the game as he plays this towards long on for a single. Sajid, the captain, who had taken that catch of Hari Kumar. Asking for the one and given out LBW, so 2 quick wickets. But is it a bit too late? Prashant out LBW, didn't read the one which was quite close, struck onto the pads, and the umpire says you're on your way back home. $151 for 4. Anup Kamath, the new man, just 50 runs shy of reaching 6,000 runs. But at the moment, we just want to make sure that he gets his team over the line without much damage. A couple of wickets. It's just going to stem the flow of runs. Just have to see how he's asking for another one, but this one's going down leg side. So Saqib getting 2 wickets in this over. It just delayed the inevitable. It's given away 10 runs at the 1.5 as this time Anup cuts this one wide of the man at long off. A misfield there, but it results in just a single. So end of a good over from Saqib, got 2 wickets and given away just 2 runs, 152 for 4. Sorry, given away 4 runs. $152 for 4. Anu plays this one towards mid wicket for a boundary. So Tanveer coming into the attack and gives away a boundary. Needing another 9 more runs to win this with 17 balls. This time goes back, plays this towards mid wicket for another boundary. So back-to-back boundaries. Anup in a haste to finish this one. So 5 more runs required. Anup moves on to 9. This time over the bowler's head towards the man at long off. 1 more run added. Just 1 hit away from sealing this. Dot ball into the keeper's gloves. 4 required of another 14 balls. Plays this towards shot fine for another single, so one more run added, 162. Umesh moving on to 2 of 3. Plays this towards extra covers, will wait and watch if it reaches the boundary, and doesn't reach. Fielder doing well to keep the ball within the field of play, so one more run. Score moves on to 163, needing another 2 runs of the remaining 2 overs. Plays this towards deep mid wicket. Does Anup, scores level. 164 for 5. The bowler Saqib Farooqi, who has given away 12 runs of 2.1 overs and taken 2 wickets in the previous over that he bowled. As Umesh is called a wide, and that's the end of this game. 165 for 4 in 18.1, winning by 6 wickets and 11 balls to spare, and giving Gentlemen's Cricket Club their second successive defeat in this tournament. Close out. Man of the match Hari Kumar for his 66 50 balls.